Good morning, students. Today we are going to do the revision of chapter number 10, Armed Revolutionary Movement. So I want everyone to open your page number 45. So now tell me, students, what we have studied in this chapter. In this chapter, we studied the struggle of leaders at various places like Maharashtra, Bengal, Punjab, etc. It also highlights the support received from Indian activists settled in foreign countries and the various movements and the agitations that were practiced in order to support the objective of independent India. It focused on the various organizations that were set up by the great freedom fighters at various places for the fulfillment of ultimate objective to overthrow the British rule and have free India. So, various organizations, we have studied about the various organizations that were set up by the great freedom fighters at various places to fulfill the ultimate objective of overthrowing the British rule from India. This chapter also throws lights upon the work and the activities carried out by the revolutionary, such as sacrifice their lives for the country, killing the British officials, accepting life imprisonment, publishing books and articles to aware the people of struggle going on in India for attending the independence. So all those activities we have studied in this chapter. Now let's begin with Vasudev Balwant Phadke. He was from Maharashtra and he gave an armed struggle against the British, and he assumed that there should be armed struggle to fight against the Britishers, and for that he has taken the training also. He organized Ramoshis and revolted against the Britishers, but this rebellion became unsuccessful, and because of that the British government sent him to the Eden jail, and there he died in the year 1883. So he built up an armed struggle for independence. Now we are going to move to the Chafekar brothers. Damodar, Balkrishna and Vasudev, these three were the brothers, and along with their associate Mahadev Ranade were hanged to death. And why they were hanged to death? Because they have shot the plague commissioner Rand on 22nd June 1897. And why they shot him? Because he was harassing the people, and as a revenge of that, the Chafekar brothers, that is Damodar, Balkrishna, they shot him on 22nd June 1897. Now next we are going to study about the Abhinav Bharat, and this is also one type of organization. Mitra Mela, a secret revolutionary organization in Nashik, was founded by Swatantraveer Vinayak Damodar Savarkar in 1900. Later it was renamed as Abhinav Bharat. As we all know, the Savarkar went to the England for the higher education, and from there he started sending literatures and guns to the members of Abhinav Bharat in India. The Indian War of Independence 1857 was written by Swatantraveer Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, which is very important book. So when the government came to know the activities of Abhinav Bharat, the governor arrested Babarao Savarkar. He was sentenced to the life imprisonment, and as revenge of this punishment, a youth named Anant Lakshman Kaneri, he killed a Jackson, the collector of Nashik. And that is why government, they started arresting all the people, those who are belonging to the Abhinav Bharat organization. And also the government linked the murderer of Jackson as a Swatantraveer Savarkar, and he was put under a trial, and the court ordered him for the harsh punishment for the 50 years. So he was there for the 50 years in a jail at Andaman. Now next we are going to study about the revolutionary movement in Bengal. Now we have studied about Maharashtra. Now we will move to the Bengal side. After the partition of Bengal, the outrage against the British become more severe as people become more angry on the Britishers as they have done the partition of Bengal. And in various parts of country, the youth they started establishing the secret organization. And why they established the secret organization, what was the objective behind that we are going to see now. As they wanted to keep control over the British officers, to loosen the government machinery, and to wipe out the fears in the minds of Indians regarding the British government and overthrowing the British rule were some of the objectives behind establishing a secret organizations. Now you understand why the youth they started organizing a secret organization and what was the objective behind that. Okay, now we are going to move to the next, that is Anushalan Samiti. Anushalan Samiti was started by Barindra Kumar Ghosh and Arvindra Kumar Ghosh in Bengal. So they were the two brothers, they have started this Anushalan Samiti. This Samiti had its own bomb manufacturing center at Maniktala near Kolkata. So they were having their own bomb manufacturing center at Maniktala near Kolkata. And this Anushalan Samiti had more than 500 branches. Barinder Kumar Ghosh was the chief of this organization. And this organization, they received the guidance and the counseling from Arvind Ghosh. Now here very important question can be asked, like Khudiram Bose was hanged to death, and what was the reason behind that? The Anushalan Samiti had a bomb manufacturing center at Maniktala near Kolkata, that we all know, right? And the two members of Anushalan Samiti, that is Khudiram Bose and Prafulla Chakki, in the year 1908 attempted to kill Kingsford, a judge, and they threw the bomb on one of the vehicle, but the Kingsford was not present in that vehicle. However, two English women were killed in this attack. Prafulla Chakki, he shot himself with a bullet, but the Khudiram Bose was hanged to death. Now you got the answer why the Khudiram Bose was hanged to death, as they have threw bomb on the Kingsford and he was a judge, and that is why Prafulla Chakki he shot himself, and whereas Khudiram Bose was hanged to death. Now next one we are going to study, that is India House. Now this organization India House was established in London by Pandit Shyamji Krishna Verma, and it provide assistance to the revolutionary work carried out in India from Indian revolutionary staying abroad. This organization provided the Indian youth scholarship for higher education in England, and we are having an example, that is Swatantraveer Savarkar. He received such scholarship, and that is why he went to England for the higher education, and from there only he was sending the guns and literature to the members of his associations or organization. In that we have also studied about Madam Kama. She unfurled the Indian flag during the World Socialist Conference by raising the issues of India's independence. Now next we are going to study about the Ghadar movement. The Indians who live in America and Canada established a Ghadar organizations. So who established these Ghadar organizations? The Indians who were living in America and Canada. And why this Ghadar movement was formed? Because they were thinking that if we want to do the transfer of power from British government to the Indians, then we have to take the help of the enemies of the Britishers and also the Indian soldiers for the transfer of power. And for this purpose only, the organization, they name it as a Ghadar. The important leaders of these organizations were Lala Hardayal, Bhai Paramanand and Dr. Pandurang Sadashiv. Now what is the meaning of the Ghadar? Ghadar means revolt, and that was the one of the journal of this organization. And what is printed or what is pointed out in that journal, that effects of the British rules in India were pointed out in this journal. It also provides information about the daring deeds of the revolutionaries, the messages, love for nation and the armed rebellion was given to the Indian through this journal. In Berlin, the Indian revolutionaries like Virendranath Chattopadhyay, Bhupen Dutt and Hardayal prepared anti-British plans in cooperation with the German Foreign Ministry. In Kabul, Mahendra Pratap, Barkatullah and Sindhi established provincial government of Free India in the year 1915. Now next we are going to study about the Kakori conspiracy. After the suspension of civil disobedient movement, many youngsters like Chandrasekhar Azad, Ram Prasad Bismil, Yogesh Chatterjee and others came together to form a revolutionary group. And on 9th August 1925, they looted the government treasury that was carried in a train near Kakori railway station in Uttar Pradesh. And this is known as a Kakori conspiracy. Why? Now you understood why it is known as a Kakori conspiracy, because that place name was Kakori itself, and that is why it is known as a Kakori conspiracy. Ashrafullah Khan, Ram Prasad Bismil, Roshan Singh, Rajendra Lahiri were put to trial but later were hanged, and Chandrasekhar Azad managed to escape. Now next we are going to study, that is Hindustan Socialist Republican Association. Now what happened in that? Chandrasekhar Azad and Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Sukhdev etc. were the secular in their thoughts. And in the year 1928, in the meeting held in Firoz Shah Kotla ground in Delhi, these young men established the organization called Hindustan Socialist Republic Association. And what was the objective of that organization or association? As they wanted to free India from the British exploitations and to overthrow the unjust social and economic system which exploited the farmers and the workers. Because of the social and economic system, the farmers and workers were being exploited, and to overthrow that unjust and social economic system and also to free India from the British rule or British exploitation, that was the objective of this organization or association, we can see. The importance to creation of society based on social justice and equality was given by the Bhagat Singh under his association. And the work of gathering arms and executions of programs were entrusted to Hindustan Socialist Republican Army, of which Chandrasekhar Azad was the chief. So they have established their another wing, and what was the name of that? Hindustan Socialist Republican Army. And who was the chief of that army? Chandrasekhar Azad. Now here very important question, like Bhagat Singh and Batukeshwar Dutt threw bombs in Central Legislative Assembly, and what was the reason behind that? As the two bills were introduced in the Central Legislative Assembly by the government, okay, and these bills, it contained the restriction of civil rights, and to protest against this restriction, Bhagat Singh and Batukeshwar Dutt, they threw bombs in the Central Legislative Assembly. Now next we are going to study, that is attack on Chittagong Armory. Now the Surya Singh was the chief of the revolutionary group at Chittagong in the Bengal, and he had gathered around revolutionaries like Anand Singh, Ganesh Ghosh, Kalpana Dutt, Pritilata Vadedar, and drew up a plan to attack the armory at Chittagong. And according to their plan, on 18th April 1930, the revolutionaries, they seized the arms from the armories in Chittagong, from the two armories in Chittagong, and they also broke the lines of telephones and telegraph, and they succeed in paralyzing the communication system. And after that, they gave a thrilling fight to the British Army. And on 16 February 1933, Surya Sen and some of his associates were captured by the police and were given death punishment. Now the next is Shanti Ghosh and Suniti Chowdhury were the two schoolgirls who killed the district judge, and Bina Das, a young girl, shot dead the governor during the convocation ceremony of Kolkata University. Sardar Udham Singh killed Dyer, the officer responsible for Jallianwala Bagh massacres in London 1940. Now this question can be asked for the fill in the blanks also. Who killed the Dyer? So Sardar Udham Singh, he killed the Dyer in London, who was responsible for Jallianwala Bagh massacres. So here is the end of our lesson. I hope you have understood this lesson. Now I want everyone to open your page number 45 and start reading this lesson again.